Welcome to Weird and Unfortunate Things That Are Happening. This is episode 5. It's February 14th. Happy Valentine's Day. And it's 8:30 p.m. This enemy's name is just Can I Kill You? I don't know. I mean, you're holding a knife already, so I don't know what to say. Just put that knife away. Yeah, welcome back to Weird and Unfortunate Things Are Happening. This game is pretty awesome, and it still feels like I am a beginner at this game. I feel a lot less, comfortable with this game than I did with Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass, and that's because Jimmy I had played basically the whole game before actually starting that Let's Play. Excuse me. Oh, I just had Chinese food. So that always makes my stomach a little bit unhappy for a few hours, but it's fine because it makes me happy for like 10 seconds because it's like a comfort food. But when my stomach isn't happy, I'm not really that happy, so. Yeah, I'm having a weird day. That's all I really want to say about that. I want to be lying in bed right now, but I'm recording an episode of this game. Did we get some new equipment? Yeah, we got a safety helmet, and I'm not sure why it didn't automatically equip when when we hit optimize. It's probably supposed to do that. Yeah, I can't remember how far we got in this game. I think the best way to describe it is that we're still looking for Dottie. But this first area is just huge. And that's one kind of regret that I have about this Let's Play. I feel like I'm not taking my time and really exploring everything like I probably would in just playing this game on my own time, like a blind playthrough. And that wouldn't be such a big deal, but this is an RPG and you need items and experience, and you can really only get that if you explore every single corner. Or almost at least 61667. I wonder what that means. Wonder Drug. There's so many open holes in the pavement. Anyway, one thing I'm still thinking about wanting to do with this game is learning what every single enemy type is and writing it down so I don't have to obsess about it every time, because these symbols are still so strange and overwhelming to me, which I guess is the name of the game is Weird and Unfortunate, but it might as well be strange and overwhelming. I'm just kidding. This game is not that bad for an RPG Maker game. It doesn't seem like it's super difficult or too easy. It seems like it's right in the sweet spot, which could just be because I selected a specific difficulty. Seal of Life. I like how the first area is like a snowy city. I can't describe why I like that. I just will say that I like it and leave it at that. This just says hell yeah. I like that. Hell yeah. Rare Cola. I'm watching somebody play through Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga because I don't really know that game yet, and I'd like to. And they got past the part with the Chocola Reserve, which is a soda that you have to tell jokes to in order to make it ferment it or whatever and make it the perfect soda concoction, brew, whatever. Reserve is not something that's used for sodas, it's used for alcohol, so it's kind of funny. Anyway, that game is kind of great. I expected it to be great. I just, I wanted to... I'm watching it because I wanted to fill in, my lack of knowledge of that game. Basically. These things look like evil Jigglypuffs. I don't know. That was stupid. Their eyes look sad. I like the what is that? The doctor's logo? The snake and the serpent? The medical logo? I know it has a name. I just don't know the name right now. Also, this is like a very typical RPG Maker background. Like, not the checkerboard pattern, but the swirl. Like, it's kind of a default thing. Yeah, I play way too many RPG Maker games. I don't finish most of them, but there's way too many on Steam. A lot of them are crap. And there's this one, like, developer, or not developer, publisher, I think, that consists of a few developers on Steam called Aldorlia Games, which has so many, like maybe hundreds of RPG Maker games. It's kind of funny. And most of them are crap, but some of them are kind of like actually like above average. Like they're still crappy, but they're actually playable and somewhat enjoyable. And probably the most enjoyable game, and probably the only one that I've actually beaten from them, is Ashes of Immortality, which is like about a vampire hunter. And so yeah, that I just went on that tangent because Ashes of Immortality has the same thing where it takes like a basic background and then like blurs it into a circular or like spiral design kind of in the background. Anyway, it's just a very typical RPG Maker game trope. I've seen it a lot and can therefore comment on it. I don't know. Bro looks like Pyramid Head. Also, this music is funky. Oricha? Sriracha sauce? What? I don't know. Oh, this music is actually pretty fun, funky and stuff. Okay, please don't die, Alicia. I wish we had more healing moves. Maybe we do and I just don't know about them. Or maybe our next party member will be a healer, that would be great. Like I use, what's it called, Horror Absorb a lot because like it drains HP from the enemy while also healing your character. But the thing is, only weaknesses change too, so it's a whole new ball game. God, I love the writing in this game. This is one of those games that a lot of like the people on YouTube that I like, they just make the video essays about games that I like. So typically like Anodyne 2, Genie and the Pulsating Mass, Stephanie, I don't know, Even the Ocean, sometimes other like Off, Yume Nikki, Hylic, Space Funeral, like those kinds of games. Anyway, some of the people I like on YouTube have made video essays about why this game is great, so I'm looking forward to playing through this game in full. I don't know if that'll be for the Let's Play or I'll just finish it on my own. It's hard to say. I do want to finish it for the Let's Play, but I don't want to feel like, you know, oh, like, I want to keep going with this game, but I don't feel like my commentary will be good, blah, blah, blah. How are we doing? Okay, so it changed form again, but it's, like, almost dead. Mind 235%, deals terror damage in a small area. Okay. Eldritch Sigil. Ow. Okay, perfect. I really like, this really feels like, it feels so similar to Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass, even though it's not made by Casey Azumi, it's made by, like, people adjacent to them, but... That's such a funny way of putting it. That's stupid. That's a lot of XP, that's pretty good. Phew, thank goodness that's over with. Good riddance. I surmise that these more powerful vermin have been placed as most powerful vermin, ho ho ho. Yes, those inner evocations are rather like vermin themselves. I thought Mr. Troutman's jokes were bad. It says, it's too late. So yeah, if you can't tell, I have been thinking about my favorite indie developer, Analgesic Productions, a lot. And I'm currently playing through Anodyne 2. Although that is a very weird game, and it's somewhat emotionally taxing. Like, it's great, but sometimes I just need a break from it. And I say that I'm only like 3 or 4 hours in. It's a short game, it's only like 7 hours, but yeah, I don't know. I like finished the part with the Dustbound, and I was like, I don't really know what to do after this. Like, the first half of the game is kind of linear, and then once you finish that chapter, it's like, well, dang it, everything I know is wrong. You know, and like the character faces a similar sort of spiritual reckoning where they're like, everything I know is wrong. Or everything I know feels wrong. But that's, yeah, I'm trying to describe it as much as I can without spoiling it, which is difficult. Also, I'm almost done with Kirby 64, so that's cool. My Let's Play of it, that is. Victory is yours. And that seems to be... I think that's my most watched playthrough right now of the ones I'm doing currently. A lot of people are coming to my channel from the Fluidity videos, which is nice. And I'm glad I decided to do that game when I did. That was one of those games that was just, like, there during my childhood. And it's funny, I never considered middle school and high school years my childhood while I was in them. I was like, oh no, childhood must mean before. And then I realized, like, childhood can literally mean anything, like, I'd say before 15. Even though it doesn't feel that way when you're 15, like it usually feels like childhood is anything before, like, 10. And then once, like, I'm almost 26, so it feels like, you know, childhood is anything before, like, 16. I don't know, that's just a very stupid, like, a way of putting it. Like, when I told somebody, because I was, like, trying to make a joke about, like, how I'm not a morning person, and I was like, yeah, well, like, oh, you said good morning, but it's, like, actually, it's, like, 12 p.m., and I'm like, yeah, well, anything before, like, 1:30 is still, like, morning to me. And they're like, oh, really? I have one family member who, like, over Christmas, they said something about, like, oh, yeah, I wake up at 4 a.m. every morning. I just, like... It actually makes sense, because, like, she said that was her, like, she had to do that for her job. That is quite a disturbing and yet awesome enemy design there. I love that. Also, great music. This game has a freaking banging soundtrack, and I can't wait to, like, you know, listen to it. I don't know why I can't just listen to it now. I have to, like, justify, like, oh, I have to beat the game first before I can listen to the soundtrack recreationally. Like, that's the kind of state that I get into for these Let's Plays. I'm like, oh, it has to be a project, and I have to finish it, and I have to do one episode at a time. And, like, and especially when it's, like, a blind playthrough, it sometimes makes it hard to, like, actually enjoy the game that I'm doing. Which I talked about that in one of my Kirby episodes, and I got a nice comment about it, just like, you know, don't force yourself, man. Just, like, freaking do what feels good and make what you want to make, and don't worry so much about if people like it or if people watch it. And I was like, you know what? That's really good advice, because like I've thought about being one of those people who makes a career from YouTube, and like I know for a fact that I can't make a living off of Let's Plays, like especially without a Twitch. I've thought about having a Twitch, but eh. But yeah, the people who do rely on YouTube for their source of income, it just doesn't seem like... Also, is that a tooth? That's pretty good. It just doesn't seem like a good, fun... It seems like there are a lot of stressful things about it still. I mean, there are stressful things about every job, but like with YouTube, you're always worried about being demonetized or like being struck for content copyright claim, and then copyright strike. And if you get a copyright strike, like 3 copyright strikes in your channel is like done. Like you can no longer make any money off of it. And I know, like, when I hear YouTubers talk about like, oh, my channel almost got a copyright strike, they're like really mad. They're like, and they sound like terrified that they're gonna lose their livelihood. So it's just like, I don't know, sometimes I feel glad that I'm not in that position. Also, yeah, I should get a better mic for these videos. Like, I'm just using my phone right now, and I gotta remember to talk facing my phone, which is stupid. It's like at school whenever people had to speak in front of an audience, and like they were like, you couldn't hear them because they weren't talking into the mic. So I think at one point my dad and I were like, talk into the mic, talk into the mic. I really like this enemy design. It's just a computer mouse, and it's called Point and Click. That's very funny. Good job. Tim and Eric, super awesome show, great job. Okay, so that's the end of that's almost the end of this video of weird and unfortunate things are happening, and hopefully you will tune in for the next episode, because I will be there, and I will probably make pancakes for you. Not really. I wish there was a way to make pancakes for you and give them to you through the screen, but alas. Okay, bye.